Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to another live stream on GT7. Long time no see, I'd say, and since I'm quite busy currently, I think I might not be able to do, like as usual, some videos on the new lap time challenges, so I thought, let's try and just do it live. First of all, we have a lot of stuff going on Gran Turismo. We just got the new update, which is the number 1.63. And coming with this, we got 5 new cars, as you can see on the screen here. 2 of which we are driving today. This is in the middle, the Opel Corsa GSE Vision Gran Turismo, and the Hyundai Elantra N right next to it on the right. We go to the full text. Let's check this one out real quick. So as I said, we have the Hyundai Elantra N. Then we have the Mazda Spirit Racing Roadster from 2025, so quite a brand new car. We got the Opel Corsa GSE Vision Gran Turismo vehicle. Not sure how this is gonna drive, but it's full electric. We got a pretty old one, Toyota Land Cruiser from 1974. And last but not least, we got again an SUV, which is the Toyota RAV4 from 2020. Then some new World Circuits events have been added. We got some new Scapes locations. And yeah, the full release page can be viewed online. And on top of that, we have as well the Spec III update coming soon. This will be in December, and we have some pictures already, so we are getting 2 new tracks, finally new tracks. One of which is the Yas Marina circuit in Abu Dhabi, an F1 Grand Prix circuit, as far as I know. And the second one, I'm not sure if it's in the pictures, I don't think so, is the Circuit de Villeneuve, I think. Then we get some new cars, the Ferrari, finally a GT3 vehicle. And I don't want to lie, let's go into the text and check this one out for all the cars. Because I'm not really aware yet of that one, because it's brand new released. So we get 8 new cars. Where's the list of that? Ah, here you see the new track, Circuit de Villeneuve. So indeed the second 2 pictures were of that track. I don't really know that one, so I didn't recognize it. So the new cars are not named yet. Oh yeah, that's nice. So I'm not able to identify them. Let me know in the chat if you know the exact name. And on top of that, we get data logger functionality. So if you're really interested in that one, you can analyze your lap later on using telemetry data, analyze your weaknesses and where you can improve your lap time. Quite a nice feature, I guess. Pretty late into the game. But yeah, better late than never, I'd say, right? And they say we get some enhanced weekly challenges. I'm not sure what that is all about, because I rarely play those ones against AI. But anyway, let's check out the current lap time challenges. Let's get right into sport mode. And maybe I'll get some sound to my ears. So what do we have? Also sorry, I did not do the lap time challenge of last week. Fortunately, I didn't have much time. I just did some, as you can see, some like 3 or 4 laps real quick on last Monday when I was online. So far it's just a silver time, so I got a 117.3 and currently the border is a 116.5, but as usual it's a street car. I'm not really enjoying street cars too much, so I just did 3 or 4 laps as I said, and then I skipped this one. I'd like to focus today more on the new challenges. The first one is the Opel Corsa GSE Vision Gran Turismo, which is on Michelin Race Railroad Atlanta. We are allowed to use racing medium tires. Current world record set at 106.3, and we have to beat at least a 108.3, so 2 seconds gap to get gold. And the other one is the Hyundai Elantra N on the Nürburgring GP, so the home track of Hyundai N, I'd say. The current world record set at a 220.3, roughly, slightly below. And we have to do at least a 224.5. I'm not sure, but I think I will try this one first. But to be able to, I need to buy the cars, I guess. Because I haven't been online after the update was released. So let's do this one real quick. Get to the brand central. Europe. First of all, the Opel, which is also now a new brand in the game. There has not been a single car of them before. 1 million credits. Okay. First car. Okay, next. Yeah, we can also change to that car. Then we have Asia Pacific. First of all, the SUV from Toyota. Not that you need to buy that, because you may rarely use it, I guess. But I'm also planning on someday having all cars on the game, so let's just go for it. It's not expensive. Got that one. No, I don't want to change to this. Then we get the Mazda MX-5. Where is it? At least, yeah, it says Spirit Racing Roadster, but for us in Germany, it's usually named Mazda MX-5 or Mazda Miata. Depends on where you live in the world, I guess. 120k, easy buy. By the way, I hope the stream quality and microphone volume, everything is all right. Second time I stream, so hope the settings perform well. And we go for the Hyundai. Pretty happy to see that we get N models finally on the game. Unfortunately, again, quite late in the lifetime of GT7, but hey, at least we get new cars. Of course, we get that one in the typical N blue color. Yeah, we start with this car. Let's go for sitting in this one. And what was the last one? Maybe that's on the used car dealership. Was it a legendary car? Let's see. Anything new here? Why can't I buy the last one? I already forgot what the last car was. Let's check again in the overview. Ah, yeah, this 1976 Jeep or whatever you want to call that one. Maybe that's a legendary one, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, of course it is. At least it's cheap. So let's get this one as well. I'm happy they did not do a challenge for this one. What do you think of the new cars? Feel free to leave a comment. I'm more excited in the end in December to get some new tracks. So done with buying the cars. Let's try the lap time challenge. So Hyundai first, sports hard tires, 224.5. Cars are pre-installed by standard. Looks good. Current ranking, not a lot of my friends did do this one. This one is a 24.9, 24.5. Let's see. Initial idea is not the best grip, but at least we got some sports tires. Bit of sliding. So we got a 2-liter turbo engine, front wheel drive. So let's see if we get understeering if we go to the power too early. Check out the brakes, maybe 120. And 120 is too late already. Let's just go for a lap. Get used to the car. Tends to push to the side. And that's an invalid lap. I'm missing some grip on this one. See, easy to go wide. So you need to slow down maybe and then early to the power. But let's see. I've never done any challenge on the first lap, so never mind. Beginning of the curb may also be slightly too late. I don't expect the Schumacher S to be flat out, but slight lift, turn. Yeah, that's alright. Brake at 120 maybe. Over the curb on the inside. Oh, we can maybe brake a bit later. Slight braking, let it turn, and back. So last braking point. Or second last. Maybe at the beginning of the dark tarmac zone. Quite usual point to get on the brake. Yeah, works out fine. Don't hit that post, at least in the next lap. The marshals on the left is again a good indicator to get on the brakes. And we're 3 seconds off roughly. But hey, we went pretty right on the first corner, so let's see. 120 was too late, maybe at the beginning of this dark tarmac left side on of the track. Again too late. And maybe use second gear out of the corner if we hit it right. I keep it more tight in here. A lot of improvement to be made. Shortly ahead of the green zone ending on the right, go to the brake. And lift, cut a lot of this curb. And now don't go wide. And we already got 2 seconds up, so... And it was far from perfect. Beginning of the... No, the exit of the escape road on the right. Good brake marker. Keep it up to third. A bit slower than last time, but with the shift, now we're faster again. So a bit ahead of this gray area on the left. Go for a tight line. And back to the power. Oh, that was indeed slower. Interesting. So a wide line could be better, because you have the quicker exit in the end. On the long run we lost half a second, so let's try different next time. Can I brake too early? Too fast, keep in third. Well, this could be a 2:25.5 or 0.3. Depends on the rest of the lap. Again, beginning of the dark zone. Nope. That was quite poor. Anyway, wouldn't have been gold anyway, so... Oh, there's a lot of time in the last corner as well. So 25.3 and we needed 24.5, so should be doable. Again, the dark area on the left. And again, it's too late. I'm so stupid. That looks good. So an escape road on this side. Go to the brakes. Close in here. Just let it roll. Short power. Back to the brakes. Down to second. Up to third again. And back to the power. Yeah, that's indeed better. Go a bit wide, then you're able to go to the power more early, get a good exit, and carry more speed uphill. So we're aiming for 24.8 currently, but I screwed up the chicane last time, so and I hit the post. Come on. And that would have been gold already, so we can do it. Let's just don't hit that post again. And don't go wide on the first one now. So 150 board. Wow, half a second nearly. Close to the inside here. Back in third. Brake. Down to second. Close to... Why is it invalid? Oh no, the post counts for the next lap as well. Oh, come on, PD. Are you serious? So it's like an exercise lap again. But overall, the challenge doesn't seem too difficult, so can encourage everyone to give it a try. Might be easy 2 million credits in the end. Gaining so much time on so many areas. I think we can maybe do a 223 point something, even if it's just a 0.9. So let's go. $24.2, but still invalid. Now break it the 150 board. Just here. Late apex. Looks good. Early to the brakes, keep it narrow. Back to the power in third, over to the right. Shortly end of the green zone to the brakes. Close, down to second. Short power up to third. Cut the curb here, let it roll. Back to the power. Not perfect, but the lap isn't done yet. To the inside, short power. second for more rotation, up to third, and to the power downhill. A quite quick dual clutch transmission, so you don't really lose a lot of times on the actual shift. Early to the power for the uphill section, to fourth, turn in, slight lift, and back to the power. Looks good. Down to third, roll over the curb, give it power. Brake. Oh, too much sliding maybe. Oh, that was not a good one. I screwed this one up. So the dark area marks again the braking. Cutting this curb. Straight line back to the power. Oh, come on. Even the marshals are laughing already, I guess. It's ridiculous. This has got to be it now. Oh no, of course that's not it, because I hit the oh, come on. I don't want to do retry. That's ridiculous, PD, come on. There's no benefit in the next lap if you hit that post in the previous one. I hope the next one is then the final one, because I just think that the Opel challenge might be a bit more tough. So now most important, don't hit that post. Play it safe. Doesn't count anyway now. And let's go. Maybe I'll just try to focus this time instead of talking. Looks good so far. Taking it to the limit. Now just the last chicane. And don't hit the post. Most important. That looked quite well. Back to the power, and that's it. Hope that's a 23 point something. 23.7. I'm happy. I'd say let's check this one out. So we did 40 kilometers. Oh, that's quite poor actually. But hey, currently it's about just getting it to goal, so let's save the replay. We can quickly review this one. So where's the fastest lap? That's the one. So basically, go for a bit wide line, early up to third, and so you get the maximum speed out of the last corner. Take the momentum into the next lap. Then accelerate, go up to fifth gear, keep it on the left. And then you have the 50 board on the left. So I use this one as my brake marker. I try to keep it in a straight line, or at least on the left side of the track. And go for the late turn in, so you hit the apex with the inside curb on the right. Then early up to second and back to the power as soon as you go down this bump. Then back to the brakes, try to keep a narrow line in third, no need to downshift. Back to the power early using all the width of the track. And then you have this green area next to the track on the right. And shortly ahead of the end of this one, you hit the brakes again. I already released the power, so now I'm going to the brakes. Then again go for a late turn in, get close to the curb, back to the power in second, early up to third. Now just let it roll over this curb and back to the power. And let's review this once more, because the actual track limit when you exit this corner is where the curb right in front of you and this green zone, so where there's two white lines they cross. If you go over the track limit beyond this one, or before this one, you will invalidate your lap, so try to keep an eye on that. Then next up to fourth gear, over to the right hand side of the track. And then you have for the endurance layout of the Nürburgring, you have this, let's say escape road. It's actually the other layout of the track. And where this one ends on the right, so actually at the very last cone on the right, this will be the brake marker. So you can see I'm just starting to get into the brake. So hit the brakes, down one gear down to third, try to keep a narrow line, let it roll. Then short power input over to the left, back to the brakes again. Shortly down to second, so this will give you a load change to the front. And then you can already go back to the third gear for the exit of the corner. And again, try to use the width of the track. I could have gone to the power a bit earlier because there was some space. I could use the curb on the left. Now go downhill, keep it in fourth. And then you have this gray area, so there's actually no curb on the braking. You have this gray area next left to the track. I use the start of this one as a brake marker and then try to hit the apex early, go a bit wide, and then so it's a two apex, how do you call that? A double apex corner? I'm not really aware of that one in English maybe. So hit a double apex on this one. So close to the curb, then go wide, down to second for the rotation, early up to third, and then early back to the power. And use all the width and use the curb as well. I went a bit too wide here, so going into the gravel lost me a bit of time. But then for the Michael Schumacher S, go to the right, and now you just want to lift the gas pedal slightly and then early go back to it again if you need some more lifting because you feel like you're not gonna make it. Just do it. There's no need to brake because you're going uphill anyway. And then the next brake marker is then in between where the darker area, just behind the vehicle now, starts and the 100 board. So roughly, let's say 110, 120 meters. You stay on the right side, go one gear down to a third, and then you cut a lot of this curb on the left-hand side. I went a bit too wide, I'd say, here. And then shortly back to the power in third before giving it a brake, trying to have the car slide into the corner, so narrow to the inside curb, so you can go to that power very early again. And this, I guess, crucial, because the back straight, if you're too slow on that one or lose a bit of momentum, this will cost you also time. And then the very crucial, or most crucial one, beginning of this darker tarmac area. So you want to start braking on this one. I'm just releasing the power, as you can see on the lower right-hand sidebar. And then I'm applying the brakes, trying to keep it in a straight line. And then turn in, and most important, cut a lot of this curb. So you see my right tires. Can I turn the vehicle now? No. My right-hand side tires are still on the curb, which means I'm not going over the track limits, so I'm fine about my lap. And then you want to straighten up the car, so you have a straight line through this chicane now, so you can go back to the power. As you can see here, I'm fully on the power already, and take all the speed through the chicane and into the exit of the actual second corner. But most important, don't hit that post, as I did several times, as you might have seen. And then you can keep it flat, so reviewing that one, no, too far. So I'm going over the curb, straightening up the car, and then flat out. And other than that, there's just a shift. I'm not releasing the power again. You can do that as well. And the last brake marker, you have these marshals on the very left-hand side of your screen. I always use them on Nürburgring GP as the brake marker. So once they are about to leave your screen, go into the brakes. So I'm just releasing the power again. I will now brake. Then go a bit wide, go for a late apex, early up to third, and early as possible back to the power. Again, use all the width of the track. And then you will take a lot of momentum and speed to the straight and get a good time, I guess. So that's one lap of Nürburgring GP in the Elantra, and quite quick, more or less quite easy, but to be honest, as you can see, position 3000 something, not the best lap. I might do better, but so far so good. We are 0.8 below the gold border. This should do the job currently. So I'd say let's try this Opel challenge. And this might be more difficult. At least I expect that. By the way, if you are trying to do the Honda Racing EMS challenge, this has 2 days to go. I also have a guide on my channel. So feel free to check this one out if you haven't done this one already. Let's go to the the Opel Corsa challenge. So again, we have Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta Racing medium tires. A quite short lap at 106 to 108, or 1010 for my first one maybe. But let's see. So if you have a mistake, it's not that crucial, because one lap is quite short. But maybe the behavior of that car is now completely contrary to what I had on the Hyundai, so I'm not sure yet how this one will work out. But okay. Did anyone do it as well? 112, 113. The border is 108. Let's see. So as I said, it's an EV. We got an overtake button. Do we have to use that one? If someone has done this one and knows about the overtake functionality... Ah yeah, it's working. But usually you have this boost button on the wheel. Ah, it's a toggle. Okay, that's strange. So the overtake is gone quite quickly, so I guess you have to retry for each lap. Which is, by the way, quite stupid, but let's see. Cutting here. Using all the width over to the left for a good entry into this last corner. Close to the inside. Boost. Let's see how the brakes perform. Oh, actually quite well. Didn't expect that. So now the blind corner. Brake. Maybe boost here. Oh, slightly lost grip. Oh. Pretty high level of grip, I feel. So we have some boost left. And it's gone. And you immediately feel the boost is gone. I expected less from that car. So what will it be? Oh, we're already at a 108. 113. What did I say last time? Maybe a 110? That was... oh my god. So I'm like 5 seconds off the gold. Are you serious? 10% off. Position 33,000. You could just put noob there instead of the number. Gosh, okay. But I have no idea where is maybe the best position to place the boost. So... ah, the toggle gets 1/4 of the boost out of the battery. I see. That's about it. Ah, too late on the brake. I don't like this blind corner. Not sure what your opinion on the track is. Basically, I really like this track. And the perfect combo is together with the Mazda, so I think they should have put this one on the track. But I really don't like this blind corner. I rarely get it right. I feel like this one could be much quicker. Using the brakes too much. So cutting the curb too much brings the car to lose contact to the track. Oh no, using that boost there is not the best idea. Immediately I can tell the Hyundai challenge was much more fun. So give it one boost before starting, so we get the max speed. Oh yeah, you can really be much quicker through that corner. Don't hit the curb. Oh, too wide. Use some boost here. Was maybe again too late. Uphill might be a good one. No! And retry. They should just give you the overtake back after each lap. Retrying every time is... come on, PD. So maybe I'll use the boost within the lap and not beforehand. I feel like it's more useful out of the corners instead of beforehand. Like now. Now, second one. Third one. Is it good to use it in low speed already? Or maybe wait for intermediate and then give the boost. And a fourth one. Yet still, this is already 108 gone, so gold is not in. Now we have 111. And the boost is gone. This could be one where I just check faster guys' replays. I can try a lot. And I'm just bronze. At least we improved 20,000 positions. Yet still, this is a bad time. Let's check a replay. So, rankings, global, incognito, Poland guy, play. Hey Patient Zero, good evening. Nice to see you. The same view. Restart. So when does this guy use the overtake function? Or the boost? Not before the lap? Or you can keep it flat out through the first corner, no way. Abusing the track limits. He still didn't use any overtake. Okay, that's so different from what I did. Now he uses the first one, second one, third, and the last one he saves for the exit of the corner, I guess. Yeah, it is. He does. Oh, he takes a narrow line. Okay, the car has much more grip than I expected. I don't think I can follow this line, to be honest. But let's try one more time with my style and take the boost at the back straight. We have to get this bronze gone. This looks awful. Have you done the challenge already, Patient? So next try. So outside line to get more speed into the lap. And now flat out through the first corner. I don't think this will work for me now. No. A bit later turn in. I went too early. Played for a bit. What is skate? Never heard of that one. Yeah, currently there's 4 time trials up, so if you go online now, you will have a lot of fun, or not so much fun maybe. Depends on the challenge. So let's try and focus for one lap before I read the chat. First corner, later turn in. No. Maybe I went a bit too late in the first lap. Skateboarding game, okay. I think the last skateboarding game I played was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. What is it called? Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, maybe, on the PS2. Saying so, I feel old. Even if I lift, I have to find the right turn-in point. Well, the Hyundai time trial actually was... How many laps did I do? I think 7 or 8, maybe 9. 9 laps of 2.5 minutes is roughly 20-25 minutes. It was a quite quick one. So easy, 2 million credits. I'm sorry I lifted, but I felt more comfortable doing so. And with the increased speed, I have to adjust my braking. You're 41, yeah. I'm 36. So adjust the braking. He used a lot more of track abusing. .26. He was at 24, I think. How shall I do that? So now 3 boosts. Let's see how this one will work out. Oh, I went for the boost too early, so I went wide. Damn. I don't like that corner. Either I totally miss it or I hit the curb too much and just lose the car. And now I didn't focus on that one. Did I mention I'm not able to do multitasking? Now I missed the curb. Ah, gosh. .26.2. Three boosts. And the last boost. Now keep a closer line. This was just an 0.4 improvement. Come on. It needs a 108.7, I think. Do I remember right? .108.3. One before the yeah, the very tight one before the back straight. If you miss that braking point, you're screwed. As I said before, I really like this track, but it has some crucial corners that just wanna give you hate. So this challenge might take me some time, I think. I hope I'll get it done before I should go to take sleep. I was too slow. 0.2 quicker than before. Three boosts. .4. Solid improvement this time. So to say break. Yeah, well, I started trying this one maybe like 20-30 minutes ago, so if I take a break now, it will take me forever. So what is streaming time? 55 minutes. We roughly did 25 on the Hyundai one, maybe some minutes on the intro. Yeah, this is maybe we're 20 minutes in this challenge, so no break needed currently. So still I need to find 1.1 seconds. I feel like the blind corner is the key to get it done. Take more risk. And the first corner, I need to do that without lifting maybe. Let's see. Nope. That felt a bit quicker. .4, 0.6 quicker than beforehand. So let's see what this one will work out in the end. Boost 1, 2, 3. Let's go. .109. 0.6 quicker than before. Still 0.7 to be found. And of course I need a gap because I think the time will come down even more. Okay. So I think I won't find 0.7 in the first corner if I can figure out how to keep it flat out. The blind one. Let's check this one out. Active error on that car. Get some data on the screen. How much did I lift? Not that much. I can cut that curb a little bit more, then I may go to the power more early. That could be the key to at least 0.3, 0.4. And on the replay, the other guy, he cut a lot more of this curb here on the right hand side and then going for the uphill. But I don't feel comfortable going off the track on that side. But we can try maybe. Did the other guy do a flat 22 or 24 on that sector? I don't remember. I can go more close to the curb. went a bit wide here. I don't feel like I do a lot of time loss on these areas. It's just the blind corner here, which is crucial to get right because you lose a lot on this sector then downhill here with the S's, and maybe the braking on this one. Maybe if I get to perfect these corners, I could find 0.7 seconds. Yeah, a tiny lift indeed for me at least makes it a lot easier, but I mean those guys in P1 or P2 in the world, they drive like crazy. I'll never get this line done, to be honest. My line through the last chicane could be better, so I see room for improvement for my style of driving. I just need to get it done. I missed the blind corner again. And then I'm too wide. I need to hit that curb. I guess, yeah, I think so. First sector is where I lose the most time. That looked good. Too late on the power pedal. Too wide. But the sector time 25.3. I think I did 25.4 on my fastest lap, so that was not that much faster actually. Understeering. How's that? Again, 25.4, 25.3. Boost number 1, 2, 3. And boost. Oh, 0.2 improvement. Half a second missing. Yeah, it wasn't too bad, but it's still too slow. And imagining those guys being more than 2 seconds quicker even still. It's a tough one. Daily races. Rarely. I could show you. I say I can show you. I'm not sure if there's any other guys on the stream, but anyway. I went for this game right after GT Sport, and as you can see, I nowadays did 75 daily races. So that's like nothing. But the issue is I'm always pending. Now I'm at a very low DR. Sometimes I get a bit higher. Then you have some not so fair drivers, let's say, like dirty ones on the races. Then you lose positions, not for your own fault, and then you get last place, you lose a bit of DR again. It's always pending, and I don't feel like I enjoy that a lot. Yeah, Tichney, he was in the World Series, so he's like a pro driver, I'd say. I also subscribe to him and check a lot of his videos out. I also respect that he can as well do those challenges then on the pad. I'm just stupid on the pad. I can't do anything with that one. So I can understand that his time trial guides have the most clicks. He puts a lot of work in those. There is the bumper cam with the wheel, then with the pad. Here's the chase cam view, a lot of explanations, good braking points. It was so good that I had to stop watching his videos before doing mine, so I would not just copy his explanations, basically. Yeah, he just recently added VR, I think, but I didn't watch a lot of those videos. And to be honest, I can't watch people uploading VR content. I have the VR classes as well. I think it's visible. Yeah, it's visible behind me. I rarely use them because they are lacking the leaderboard when you're doing a race, and I just dislike that because it gives you a lot of disadvantages versus other guys. For example, not seeing when other guys go into the pits, and what tires they go for, how much fuel they use, and so on. So I'm rarely using the glasses. And I hope with the Spec III update that they will improve on this one and just add the UI for the VR. So nowadays, it's nice, and I enjoy driving with the glasses, but yeah, the disadvantages are just too big when you're doing proper racing. And as I said, I'm not doing daily races, but I'm doing, I have a lot of friends doing GT7. We're doing championships on a private area, so I'm doing a lot of racing, just not on the daily races. And other than that, I prefer playing iRacing as I have the triple screen setup and so on. Yeah, special races, only VR. I don't think you have a real benefit from using VR. Of course, you have the stereo vision and you can see the brake points better. You can look into the corners, what you could also do with the use of the stick on the wheel to change your view, which is stupid to use, I think. But just why would you do only VR players? They don't have a real benefit. They only have disadvantages. I'm putting a class only for VR because they have disadvantages. They would admit that they did something bad on the game. They will never do that. So before getting out of this one, let's try again. What did I do now? See, I took a break for like 5 minutes and I'm out. That's already stupid. Yeah, it might be all right. I should put my foot down more early. I guess it will just work because the grip is there, I think. 25.5, that's too slow. You can just go for the retry. If we get a 25 flat, that could do the job. 24.9. Oh, I went too bad. Late. I went a bit wide. That might be the lap gone already again. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time. Oh, so close. So close, I think. Ah, come on. Oh, you must be kidding me. 200th of a second. But hey, we're getting close. I can do it. Nope. It's too slow. .5. Let's try. That's a goal. I think that's a goal. Yes. It's close, but it's a goal, at least. Whew. 100th of a second. That will never do the job. But we're getting there. So indeed, the first sector is crucial to get right. Otherwise, no way to do it, I think. If you lose time on the first sector, you will never get that within the other ones. That's what I think. If you cut a lot of that curb, it will just lose grip and you go off. I have to get that curb damn right one time and immediately go flat out again. That's the key, I think. Next one. Oh, there was a lot of sliding in that one. Too late on the power. It will be like a 25.3 in the sector time, I guess. 24.9. Nearly 4/10 down. What's the position now? P662 already. If we get a time below 108, then I'm happy to keep that time. We got a target. Hope it's not set too high. We just need 0.032 seconds to get that done. Just need to force myself to take more risk. Cut here. So we need a 24.8 something. It's a 9. Yet still it may work. Bit wide on that one. We lost 1/10. Nope. At least we're all the time now getting gold times. So once you know how it's done, it's about improving. That could be a good one. No, we're too far. But would have been a 24.8. Damn. But for a Vision Gran Turismo vehicle, let's be honest, the car has a lot of grip, it has active aero, therefore a lot of downforce. It's more or less easy to drive. It's just that you have to get the perfect line on this one now. And now we're too fast. I should stop talking when driving. I expected worse from that car, so... Nope. We need a 24.8 or below. Too fast, too late turn in. With this blind corner, I don't have any fixed points on when to turn in. It's really giving me a hard time. That felt good, but a bit too slow over the curb. See, 25.1. Let's see. Come on, we need to get into the 24s. Not good enough. Nope. But I like the idea of that line. Maybe I can improve that. That felt a bit better, but I'm not sure if it's quick. Sector time will tell. Oh, I went wide on this one. Oh no. I'm losing fun on this challenge. $25.2, really? What am I doing wrong or different? That cannot be quick. No way. I'm getting slower and slower. Maybe I need that brake. One more try. Let's check the arrow on this one. So if you brake, the spoiler gets up. If I turn, nothing happens. So into the first corner, what does happen if I lift? Nothing. It's strange to drive like that. That was stupid on a brake. I cannot imagine anyone driving like this, at least with a wheel. What cam do you use? Let me know in the comments. I think the most used one is the bumper cam. That's why I usually do all the guides on this one. That felt slow again. So the arrow does not change if you give it a steering input. Strange enough, I'm quite as quick as on the bumper view on this cam. Oh, I got the wrong braking point. One more try with the chase cam. As I feel like the blind corner is easier to get, because you see more from the top view. But not like that. Let's go back to the bumper. $25.1. I think I'm over the point of where I try and improve. I'm too much into the challenge already and don't get any changes done. 25.0. Oh, 0.1 slower. If there's any hint you may give me in the chat, feel free. I'm open for improvement proposals. $24.9, maybe. That felt bad. That was stupid. I mean, it wouldn't be a best lap anyway, but that was stupid. $24.8. Now we're maybe we're on track now. But don't screw this one up now. $50.8. Oh, come on, I had a 50.6 beforehand already, so... Oh, man. Where did I lose all that time? $25.0. Already 0.2 down again. $50.9. or 8.3. I think I'm done. At least it feels like there's... I won't improve anymore today, I think. I'll give it a few more laps and then I'll end that one. "24/7. Are you kidding me?" Three boosts. 50.6 again. .185. I lost it at a very slow corner to the back straight. I bet I did. Ah, too far. I've mentioned before, this one is really, really tough. So I wonder how many people will get this one done. Seven, 3, 4. We got it! We got it! Target was to go below 108. We got a 9.0. That's perfect. It's good enough for me. I don't care about this one anymore. I'm happy. Maybe that's obvious. I don't know. Let's check. We have been P662 before. P537. Close to top 500. Close enough, in my opinion. Let's review the lab. Let's do like a guide on this one. Get all data in. So basically it's about this one cutting a lot of the curb on the left. And then trying to get prepared to get a good entry into the next one, because this is actually the most important one. So you cut a lot. You try to go a bit on the dirt on the right hand side. And then I'm already starting to go back to the power on this one here. So you try to get good speed into your lap, go for a wide line when going into your fast lap. And then go over to the left hand side of the track. Now what I saw on the replay on the P2 video of the world was that they were going flat out through this whole first corner. I was not able to do it, but basically from the left, so at the last cone on the left hand side roughly, you start turning in. So you turn in, and as you can see here, I did a short lift. I peed my pants, so to say, for this corner. But then immediately I start increasing again and get to flat out, actually, so to say, at the apex of the corner on the right hand side curb. And then you keep it flat out and you go for the blind corner. And I tried always to take this curb on the left hand side as a brake indicator. So shortly ahead of that, I have to say I only use my right foot for gas and brakes. So I have to lift before I can brake. I can't do both at the same time. So shortly ahead of this curb, I lift and get into the brakes. And then it's the most important, do a lot of laps and try to get a feeling for where the curb is on the right hand side now. Because you have to turn in and go over this one, but actually not too much, because if you go to the right hand side, so this rough part of the curb, this will unsettle the car. You will lose complete contact to the track, so the grip is gone and you will just go wide. So if you hit this one, quite nice, so not on the very right hand side, then it's important, as you can see now, to go early back to the power. By intuition, I didn't do that. I had to force myself. I'm not sure what it's like for you. So go back to the power, because now you want to take a lot of speed. And let's go shortly back. For this one, I roughly took 170 to 180 kph as an indicator if I got this one good or not so good. If I was down to 159, 158, low 160, then you're maybe too slow. Or I was too slow as well. So then keep it flat out through this one. And P2 in the world, the video showed that they cut a lot of the grass now on the right hand side. I don't feel like I want to do that. I don't feel like that's natural driving. Nobody in real life would do so, so I just don't. I try to stay on the track. And now I already lifted the power. So starting with the curb on the right hand side, get in that brake pedal. Now you notice the spoiler goes up, so aero is helping me braking. And now what you want to aim for is cutting a lot of the curb on the inside, so the left hand side curb. You can see the line. I go on that curb. From the bumper view, this actually felt more than it is on the chase cam. That's always an issue I have with this view. But anyway, as you can see, I'm neither braking nor giving it power. But when you're going or starting to go uphill and exiting a curb on the left hand side, you want to take a high speed, so again, roughly 180 kph through that corner. And then you go back to the power. And the important thing, you have to stay at least with the left hand side tires on this main part of the curb, let's say. So not this bigger one on the right hand side, the small part of the curb on the left. And if we go here, you see where the yellow line turns to white. At least from that one, you have to be back on track. Otherwise, it's invalid. So let's go back. Oh, not too far. So flat out through this one. And then at the beginning of the curb on the right hand side into the brakes, let the car roll over the curb on the left. And then back to the power uphill. And don't go too wide. And then if your sector time is below 25, 25.0, 24.7 as I did, you will get into the gold, I guess, if you don't screw it up in the next corners, as I did many times, basically. So then I went down to the left-hand side, and you have the 300 board on the left. So after that one, I think, in between 3 and 200 board, I think the grip is really hard to judge on that car. So let's see where I braked. I went off the power after the 300 and got into the brakes at the 200, roughly. Or you can also take this dotted line on the track now as your brake marker, where you have to be on the brake pedal at least. Then you give it a short, hard brake input and immediately release the brakes so you get grip on the front axle to turn in. Otherwise, you will just understeer off track. So you can see, I gave it a short brake input. Oh, that's too far. I hate that it's always 10 seconds. Let's go again. I hit the brakes 100%, and immediately I start to lift the brake pedal. So I get grip to turn into the corner. And then you try to get a narrow line to the inside curb. And mid-corner, you can already go back to the power again. So see here, short power input, and then go to the brakes again, fully. Now we didn't see any... Can I turn the... No, I can't. Yeah, mid of the... let's go back. We have to find the brake marker. So you see the curb on the left starts right here. And then you have this yellow line next to the curb on the left-hand side, and you see where it does a little turn to the left. So it doesn't... It's not fully straight. It does a little bend to the left, right ahead of the car, top over the roof of the car currently. So that is roughly where I start braking. Now I'm just ahead of that. Power is gone. Now I'm next to it. I start putting in brake pressure. Again, it's hard braking initially, then lifting to get the grip for the rotation. And for this one, it's the slowest corner. You really have to slow the car down. Then turn, let it roll, early back to the power, and then it's most important on this back straight, use 3 times the overtake button, so the boost button. It's a trigger, you have 4 times you can trigger it, use 3 times out of your 4 times you may use it. Then your sector time should be around 50.5 to 7, then you're on track for gold. And now the last brake marker I used is this 200 baud coming up here on the right hand side. So you can see I'm still flat out on 300, and at the 200 I lift the power already, and now I start to apply brake pressure. So just after the 200 baud I go into the pedal. And the replays are always a bit behind, I think, what the indication of brake and power pedal tells. So I'd say roughly at the 200 baud, go into the brakes. Then again, once you're mid on the curb on the right hand side, you start releasing the brake pedal. It's not shown here somehow. Okay, just after turning in. So mid of the corner on the right hand side, you start turning in. And when you turn in, then aiming for the inside curb, you start lifting the brake pedal to support the grip on the front axle, and you can really get that line done. So you cut a lot of the curb. As you can see, my left-hand side tires are fully off track in the dirt. Here now. Don't go off track with the right-hand side tires, otherwise it's invalid again. Same for this right-hand side corner. The right tires can be off track, the left-hand side must be on the track. And now go early back to the power, and for the 4th time use your boost button, and now keep a line that is more or less to the right hand side of the track, so you get the shortest distance to the finish line, and this should hopefully give you then a gold time, as I got. And we are below the border of 108.3 at a 107.95. I hope this will do the job until in 2 weeks time. I hope those guys will not increase massively in the best time of the world. But anyway, that's 1 lap in the new Opel Corsa GSE on Michelin Raceway, Road Atlanta. So 2 challenges done. As I told in the beginning, I did 3 laps of the challenge in the Lancia on the iCUE Nordwand. For me, it's not too enjoyable. The car is low power, it's a street car, the grip is not high, the braking is not good. I dislike it. I'm okay about my silver medal, even though it is only, so to say, 0.7 to improve. But anyway, I'll keep it as is. Yeah, that's it for the new challenges in the Hyundai Elantra N and the Opel Corsa GSE Vision Gran Turismo that came with the update 1.63. I hope you enjoyed this one. Feel free to rewind to review my laps, to review the guide I just tried to explain. And also feel free to share this video if you know someone who's struggling with these challenges. And then I hope you enjoyed this stream. If you did so, I would be happy if you leave a like and consider subscribing to my channel. And I hope to see you guys within the next live stream or the next video coming up. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon, and bye bye.